President, my name is Naya Baribe, and I represent Abia South. My point of order is Order 72, Mr. President. Earlier motion which passed in our last sitting, he has sought to rescind that, that is in respect of section 60 subsection 3. And this is what he says: that the presiding officer shall electronically transmit the results from each polling unit to the IRF portal, and such transmission shall be done after the prescribed form EC8A has been signed and stamped by the presiding officer and or countersigned by the candidates or polling agents where available at the polling units, because sometimes you don't see any polling agent. Provided that if the electronic transmission of the result fails, if it fails as a result of communication failure, in other words, maybe network or otherwise, and it becomes impossible to transmit the result electronically in form EC8A, signed and stamped by the presiding officer and or countersigned candidates or polling agents where available at the polling units, the form EC8A shall in such a case be the primary source of collation and declaration of results.
Today may be remembered as a turning point in Nigeria's democratic journey. After an emergency session of the Senate led by Senate President Godswill Akpabio, lawmakers have accepted the idea of mandatory real-time electronic transmission of election results. For many Nigerians, this sounds like just another political announcement. But in reality, if sincerely implemented, this decision could change everything about how elections are conducted in Nigeria. For decades, the biggest problem with Nigerian elections has not been voting itself. The problem has been what happens after voting. At polling units, people vote peacefully. But between the polling units and the final collation center, results often change. Ballot boxes disappear. Figures are altered. Results are rewritten, and the will of the people is sometimes replaced with the will of a few powerful individuals. This is where electronic transmission comes in. Electronic transmission means that once votes are counted at a polling unit, the result is sent immediately and directly to a central database controlled by the Electoral Commission. This removes the long chain of human handling. It removes many opportunities for manipulation, and it creates a digital record that can be verified. If this system is fully and honestly implemented, it could restore trust in Nigerian elections. For the first time, Nigerians may truly believe that their votes count. This reform could change politics in three major ways. First, it will change the behavior of politicians. When politicians know that results cannot be easily altered at collation centers, they will be forced to campaign harder. They will be forced to listen to the people. They will be forced to earn votes, not manufacture them. Politics will slowly shift from power games to service delivery. Second, it will change the confidence of voters. Many Nigerians do not vote today because they believe their votes do not matter. They say, why should I stand under the sun when the result is already decided? Electronic transmission can change this thinking. When people see that results are transmitted instantly and transparently, voter participation will increase. Young people will return to the polling units. Civic responsibility will grow stronger. Democracy will begin to feel real again. Third, it will change Nigeria's international image. Nigeria is Africa's largest democracy by population. Yet every election is followed by court cases, violence, and accusation of fraud. A transparent digital results system will show the world that Nigeria is serious about reform. It will attract more respect, more investment, and more confidence in its institutions. However, there is an important warning. Passing a law is not the same as enforcing it. Nigeria has many good laws that are poorly implemented. The real danger is not rejection of electronic transmission. The real danger is sabotage. Sabotage can come in many forms. They may say there is no network. They may delay uploading results. They may introduce loopholes like where practicable. They may create technical confusion. If this happens, the reform will exist only on paper, not in reality. For this change to work, three things must happen. First, INEC must be fully prepared with strong technology and nationwide coverage. Second, political leaders must allow the system to work without interference. Third, Nigerians must remain vigilant. Citizens must demand transparency. Civil society must monitor the process. Journalists must expose any attempt to weaken the system. This reform is not for one party. It is not for one region. It is for the Nigerian people. It is about protecting the sacred power of the ballot. If implemented sincerely, future elections will be decided at polling units, not in hotel rooms. They will be decided by voters, not by godfathers. They will reflect the voice of the people, not the strength of money or influence. History teaches us that democracies do not collapse suddenly. They collapse slowly when citizens stop caring. But democracies also rise when people demand fairness and truth. This moment is an opportunity. It can become a symbol of national renewal, or it can become another missed chance. The choice lies in implementation. If Nigeria gets this right, elections will never be the same again. And for the first time in a long time, hope may replace fear at the polling booth. This is not just a Senate decision. It is a test of Nigeria's commitment to democracy. And the world is watching.